So aloha and welcome to everybody that's viewing our webinar today. We are visiting with Rachel and Clive Bourne at South Pacific Islands Institute in Hamilton, New Zealand, right? Okay, so just a quick introduction for those of you that aren't aware yet of the Asia Pacific Career Conference. It will be kicking off on March 6th to the 9th here at BYU-Hawaii. We've invited a number of different employers throughout the Pacific to participate this year, and the hope and goal is that we help to network our students with a number of different employers throughout the region to help them with future plans, internships, job opportunities, and we're definitely grateful today for Rachel and Clive and their time to talk to us a little bit about the South Pacific Islands Institute. They're also alumni, but we'll have them share a little bit about themselves, and I guess I'll turn the time over to you two.
Awesome. Well, aloha, everybody.
Aloha.
Well, we're Clive and Rachel, as Kenny said, and a little bit background about us. So I'm originally from Kona, from Kailua Kona on the Big Island, and my Hawaiian roots go back to Molokai, but my immediate family now reside in Laie and have been there for about 20 years. Clive and I, Clive's family, he's Tongan, and his family comes from Baba'u, from Otea, Tonga, and we met at BYU in 1986, so we are alumni. We have 6 children, 3 married, 5 grandsons. We had 5 of our kids who attended BYU-Hawaii. We currently have our daughter Emma, who's married to Conway Kaka, currently in her last year at BYU-Hawaii. And we have 4 sons who served a mission, and we have our second youngest son who is serving a Tongan-speaking mission in Oakland, California, San Francisco. So we're really excited. We want to tell you a little bit about our journey from South Pacific Islands Institute. We started in 1988, and we both, the family had a vision of starting a college back in 1988. And we began with just 8 students. And we started with our very first program, which was industrial sewing. And from there, so we saw the needs. The main focus was training for employment. So we saw the need for industrial sewing, so we began with our first program. After that, we started with our English as a second language program, and we knew that there was a need for English for migrants coming into New Zealand, to Hamilton. We then opened up, accredited our early childhood and education and care program, and saw the need for training for early childhood teachers. We then grew into our beauty program and saw that there was a need. We actually saw there was only 2% of Pacific Islander Māori that were trained for beauty therapists. And then we went into our other programs, employment skills. And then we went into our youth programs for sport and recreation and fitness. And then we went into foundation skills, life skills, and we currently accrediting 2 new programs as we speak. So all of our programs are accredited through the New Zealand Qualifications Authority, and we are registered to be known as an educational provider, so like a private college. All of our tutors and staff are all trained and qualified with their bachelor's and experience in all these areas of fields. We actually design our own programs and our own curriculum, and then we're able to deliver that. So we cover levels 1 to 3 on the New Zealand Qualifications framework. So that's sort of the foundation skills that we able to deliver privately.
Current staff.
So yeah, so all of it, the benefits with SPII is all of our staff are members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, which is awesome. And they come from really good backgrounds in working with youth and with people, return missionaries.
A couple of them are BYU.
Yeah, a couple of are from BYU that's currently working with us. So at the moment, our main focus now is working with students from 14 to 20 years old. And we work a lot with, our target is Pacific Island and Māori, but our organization is open to all. So the government here in New Zealand targets Pacific Island Māori to help enhance them, coming off from school and getting them back into the mainframe of education or into employment and higher training and qualifications. So we collaborate quite a lot with all the high schools, youth justice, youth services, universities, polytechs for the pathways. So our target group is working a lot with high-risk youth, kids from high schools all over from different ethnical backgrounds. So I guess the benefits.
So any people coming through from BYU to do internships here would be able to experience going through the family group conference process with the justice system. The Māori also have their own program here that accommodates youth justice system at the marae, so they could come and experience that. I attend the family group conferences with the young people and their families and the police, so that's a hands-on experience they could get to experience.
Do they do part of that? Is that like with restorative justice? And
that's right. Yes. And then they'll get given out some community hours. There's requirements they have to fulfill. We're also registered here to accommodate the young people with community hours. So instead of them going off on the weekend somewhere else, they can do that here with us. And we prefer that because we can support them better when they're here with us and doing their hours here. So that the people that come here through BYU could also experience that. We have different meetings that we attend with. We have go to the high schools, so they could get to experience a lot of that also, not just within SPII program doing the learning. So those are other things they can do. Yeah.
And that's awesome because if they, come into SPII, they can go into counseling because we're constantly doing a lot of pastoral care here. So they can get in right with counseling, one-on-one, getting to know the background.
We have external organisations that are funded to provide counseling and they and other programs. So they come on board with us, and that also those BYU students will also get to experience working with other departments here and other providers that are funded through the government to provide services in cooperation with us. So that would be something else they could experience as well.
So what's good is that, even if you want to learn about education, we like to go outside of the box. So we want you to think outside that this is what you just studied, but then, we want to know that there's so many areas you can branch out, and SPII can offer education, administration, what it's like in doing reports and one-on-one with students.
We'd appreciate if they come and contribute to us as well. Whoever comes brings their learning, what they've learned at BYU in their studies, to be able to contribute to support us and share their ideas and their concepts and develop their own learning that they have received and work with us as well.
So you can branch out in so many areas. It could be administration, it could be counseling, it could be working with this at-risk youth because they have so many, their backgrounds are quite diverse, with their behaviors. We really welcome any initiatives that they could come, and if they say they want to focus on this area, we're happy. We have a set of policies and curriculum and procedures that we do, and then we're happy for them to come and say, okay, bring their flavor into it. That's really important.
Could you share a little bit? I know when I was there, you guys had a certain number of students that you were responsible for. Has that number increased? I don't remember exactly. I think it was a couple hundred.
So right through the year, we have what we call rolling entries, enrollments, and throughput. So, we about have maybe between 100 that can come through out the year. So, constantly we're having enrollments every day, depending, some of them go in and out of residence or jail.
It's usually 40 on site all the time.
Oh, maybe about 50.
It just depends. And then some of the students we return them back to high school, some of them to further training, some of them into employment, and some of them get caught up in drama, and so they end up having to go to residence.
Or like jail for youth.
Yeah, so it just depends, but on site there's usually 40 to 50 students here every day.
And so I think even though we think, oh, that's sort of a small number, we're talking about all of the same type of behaviors. So having all those behaviors all at the same time is quite colorful.
It's very colorful down here. So if you really want to have excitement experience, just come here.
You don't need cable.
Yeah.
One thing I did notice, as I mentioned earlier, was when I came out, I did notice that there is a sense or a feeling in there for the students that it's a safe place to be. Like you can tell they can relax a little bit more and unwind to some degree, but I didn't notice within the facility a lot of drama. It seemed like things were good, but from what you guys are saying, that's something that you try to help encourage is, a good place to be, safe place to be.
Yeah.
So yeah, I noticed that.
Environment for them here. So they, and we have our own, it's an unwritten philosophy, but amongst us here at the SPII, all the staff, we all know that we try to, when these young people come to us, we try to treat them as if they're our own children. And if we have that kind of up, it makes it easier for us to love them when they come in with their excitement and colourfulness. And but yeah, they're treated with a lot of love and respect, and we find that's what they reciprocate back when we do that for them. And it's surprising to a lot of the organisations, counsellors, they come through, and the police to see how they can perform and operate here very differently when they're out in the community.
Yeah.
Or like some of these high school, the kids, they don't attend. They have maybe about less than 5% attendance at the high schools. And then at the end of the year, we do a report. It's up to 95% being with SPI, because there's a lot of love, there's a lot of compassion, a lot of pastoral care.
A lot of the return missionaries have developed a lot of good skills, so we're able to tap into.
Do a lot of those kids come back to you guys just to stop and visit and to tell you like success stories? And
some of them have come back and become staff here.
Yeah.
Oh.
They've gone on from here and gone to tertiary studies to Wintec or university, gained their qualifications, and come back and benefited the community and themselves having a qualification and being able to support young people that were like themselves before. So it's exciting to see that. Locally down the road, one of our ex-students, she's the deputy principal of one of the local junior high schools.
And she was a single Samoan mother of 5 children. But I want to share a quick success story, if that's okay. We have a young Maori girl who from Wanganui, definitely colorful background, came from gangs, and just more like a colorful background. And she came here and she started off with a young student of ours at 17. At the end of the year, she became our student of the year, and then went on to university to get her qualification, and is now working at one of the top spas in New Zealand for a few years.
Nice. That's great to hear. I was going to ask you as well, with those students that come back, and then those that are working with you, if you could touch a little bit maybe on the internships that you've had in the past, and how maybe the students from here could benefit from working with SPI.
Yeah. Our very first one would have been back in...
That was Zach. Yeah, maybe in the late 90s or early 2000s when Zach came.
He actually lived with us, so it was even better.
Well, he needed, somewhere to stay, so he was one of our very first ones. We have a lot. We had Timothy, who came through, and he did, I think, social work or Pacific Island Studies. And they come in, and because they can get quite busy, so they really get everything they wanted to know, they get it here at SPI. They wanted to experience, they get here at SPI. So we really want to sit down and talk, because some of the things that we look for the interns, or the expectations is mainly professionalism is what we're looking at as they come in for the internships. We want to sit down and work with them to say this is what they want to get out of it. So we want to say, okay, so this is what you're looking at to gain more experience. Then we will put them in that area within SPI, within the organization, so that they can develop those skills if they're really interested. We really don't want them to come in and just not be interested. We want them to have a passion for what they want to do, so we want to provide that for them. So they'll come in and we'll work with them. we're really looking for patience and a lot of flexibility is what you're going to really need in this working in a private college as well. So
we have a lot of personal, professional development ourselves. Every week we have our staff meetings where we can support those students that come through and give them any training and support while they're here with us. But we've found in the past the students that have come here have been awesome. They've come with fresh energy and ideas. They've come, return missionaries especially, come with a lot of excellent people skills. So it's been really helpful. And coming from Hawaii, and especially if they've been working in the Polynesian Culture Centre, that's really helped because our majority of our students are Pacific Island Māori here. And a lot of the kids here have never even heard of Polynesian Culture Centre or BYU. So it's a great exchange of knowledge and sharing time for them and the students that the young people that they work with.
And we have lots of fun too.
Yeah, so once a month we have a staff distressor. So last time we went horse riding. So we have a lot of fun. We take the day to enjoy each other and
distress.
Put our feet back on the ground so we know that we're still human beings and enjoy the day with each other. We do that regularly. So you need to become open-minded and flexible for whatever we might throw at you that we're going to go do for the day.
Yeah, we never know. We might say, you know what, let's just shut the day down and let's just
one of our
alumni
came with us. I won't say their name, but we went one horse riding and he fell off the horse and got dragged behind the horse. So, but he said he was a Paniolo, experienced cowboy from Big Island, but I don't know. I think he's from Paniolo more.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe we'll edit this webinar and we'll cut that part out. How often do you guys make lunch trips to Madam Wu's?
Yeah.
When you come.
That's worth it.
Yeah, I mean, we want to, anybody come into SPII, we want to make sure that you're welcome to. We have all the policies and procedures and professionalism, and it's a business, but we want to make sure we have lots of fun because I want to make sure that if I'm not here or if someone's not here, that all of our staff are capable of carrying on for the day. So the knowledge that we know, we want to pass on to them so that we're all the same, so that, you know, it's a strength as a team. We do a lot of teamwork. We work a lot together. We collaborate a lot together with all of ideas.
Our communication is very open, even if we don't agree with ideas, and then we got regular.
It's just us.
Regular meetings and processes and procedures in place to make sure we always have that clear communication. Everyone's happy and it's very transparent, so that we can function and do our jobs. And we regularly will stop ourselves if we need, or take time to say, hey, we've all got to go out and have some time together and enjoy each other's company, so we can be a strong team, you know, to support the community that we serve here.
But I think it's important that we don't want anybody just to come and think, okay, you know, they're not going to learn anything. The whole point of internships is to get down in there and really get to know something. And being a private organization and a small organization, we're able to provide a lot more and have more time and one-on-one, so that you can say, I always wanted to know how this, you know, and we can provide that.
If you're really interested in the field of education, social work, or counseling, you want to be a good practitioner of your trade, your profession. I really believe coming here will help you to be a good practitioner of what you're learning, and you'll have a great internship here, and you'll be able to go to wherever you go to be employed. It could even be here or somewhere else, that you know the experiences here will enrich the learning that you received at BYU.
And here too, and we don't expect you. A lot of times we say, you come here, get what you need to, and when you're ready to move on, we're happy to move you on, because we do have a lot of staff who stay with us for many years. However, as they gain enough experience and they want to broaden, you know, go out and do other things, and you know, we provided that valuable experience and foundation for them.
Come here, they won't go.
But you know, and so that's really important to know. But you know, we also say that this is not, you know, this is real. Coming into the organization, you get a real insight to the world. You know, it can get a little bit gritty, and it can be a little bit intense, but that's what it's about. That's what about is gaining all that experience. But we still try to keep a really good culture down here, a good environment, a good vibe. We have a silent partner, which is really important, which is our Heavenly Father, and we instill all of those into our organizations, which we feel combines a really good environment down here. So we would love to have anybody who would like to come, and we will work with you closely.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you guys working with me. I know my last visit over there, that was great to see you and to see your facility, because I've heard about it, and it was fine. It was good to finally get there, to get a chance to get there and see what you're doing. And so we do appreciate all of your help with our students, and we're super excited to have you come to the APCC.
Yes, we're going to bring lots of goodies, and
Are we?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you want to do. You want to entice people, but not bribe. But we want to, to say, hey, we got a little bit of goodies and some little New Zealand shirts, things.
Well, there's a couple students in here.
Yeah.
That might want to ask a couple questions.
Yeah.
Don't be shy. You guys have questions? It's actually the Kiwi Club presidency.
Oh, cool.
Oh, kia ora.
The big bubble gums. Do you guys have any questions? And maybe you can introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Don't be scared.
Don't be shy.
Cool. Kia ora. My name's Chessa Cowan from Bridgepa Hastings, just down in Hawke's Bay.
Wow.
Joseph Mairi and those guys.
Yeah. My major's peace building. So kind of heard some of the stuff you just said about counselling, all that stuff, and I was like, that might be pretty cool. But probably check that out when you just come over. What were my questions?
Stage fright.
Yeah, stage fright.
Don't be shy.
Tell us a bit about
The
peace
peace
building.
building.
What's the peace building?
What's that?
So it's like conflict resolutions, management.
Oh, yeah, you'll be great here.
Oh my gosh, you will have all of it. 150%
Advocating.
here.
Yeah.
It's constantly, and that's really, it's about being mediating.
Do you speak a bit of te reo?
Oh, yeah, fair bit. Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's even better.
Come on.
In New Zealand, it's a big thing to kōrero in your own language. Yeah. That's cool,
And with the government, the way they're going in education, a lot of Māori and Te Ao Māori and Tikanga Māori need to be integrated into the programs, which we have incorporated.
Yeah.
When you live in the wop-wops,
That's right.
you're gonna pick it up.
We also have a kaumātua here, and his name's Hoturoa, and he's involved with
The wakas.
voyaging. So he owns two voyaging wakas. So a lot of the times he'll take the students out. Every year they just got back from Norfolk Island, but they sailed 2 years ago from here through the Pacific to San Francisco, Los Angeles, Chile, and back on a traditional voyaging waka. But he's our kaumātua, and you can meet with him and catch up, and you can learn a lot from him too to support.
He works a lot with Indigenous, so he's really good in your major too. Conflict resolution is really huge, especially with your knowledge of te reo and bringing in the Māori culture. It's something, because the Māori here, the Marais, they have their own judicial, system that they can do to help kids keep them, out.
If you came, we could go and attend the kids' judicial program at the Marae, and we sit there and we'd be part of what we can do to support them to get well, and coming through here in SPII. But that'll be
your major's it's really needed here. There's a lot of that going on, and with your Māori background, I tell you, you would actually go further in the industry. The
students also do units in that area. It's only a level 1 paper, but they do it in how to deal with conflict relationships and that with amongst their own selves. And so you could work in that area too. Yeah.
Right down there, Ellie. Oh, cool. Yeah. That's cool.
You play the guitar and sing?
Oh, my twin can play the guitar. He's somewhere in Hamilton. But
bring him with you. Yeah.
Who was that? Hamilton?
Sorry?
Who's that? What did you say?
Oh, my twin brother, he works at a youth services somewhere in Hamilton. He just moved.
What's your brother's name?
Peter Cowan.
Oh my gosh, Cowan, C-O-W-A-N.
Yeah. He's got that prosthetic leg. Yeah.
I know Peter. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
He's probably better looking than this guy. You off a little bit.
Brown man. Brown.
Legend, did you have any questions? No questions? You good? You have any questions?
No questions.
Yeah, ask us. Don't be shy.
Are you social work? Hey,
Let's move our camera.
Hi, my name's Jaleel Ormsby. My major is Island Studies.
Are you the Ormsbys from New Zealand or the ones living in Australia?
Australia. But
So who's your dad?
Phil from Tauranga.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I don't know, but yeah, I don't know, but yeah. So I really like from when I came in, like what you were both saying about your vision and what you want to achieve with everyone, and that's like one of the reasons why I came to BYU as well, to immerse myself more fully in the culture, since Australia is my go-to right now. But I just started working in the Māori village, so I like what I've been doing so far as well.
Oh, cool.
That's really cool. Awesome.
What does she study?
You're doing social work?
Currently my major is Pacific Island Studies.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's for the similar purpose.
Yeah. One of our sons did that.
The
oldest son did that at BYU,
Island.
Pacific Island Studies.
He graduated
He used
10 years ago.
they used to go sailing on the Yosepa. I don't know if they still do that, but
He was one of the captains.
Too expensive to sail that thing.
I know. He was part of the building, and then when they did all of that, so
he must have got lucky.
yeah, he was one of the lucky ones.
Is that your son that's on the Big Island?
Yes, Kaimi. Yeah.
Awesome.
That's
Well,
anybody else want to ask us questions? Who's that in the background? Anybody else in the background?
oh, you want to see the other people?
It's just me, Rachel, Clive.
Oh, hey, Mo, how's it?
Guys, still advisor for these kids.
Oh, choice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Best advisor.
No, that's awesome that you guys have, sharing your, experiences and what you guys been doing throughout the years. Because you guys still in Frankton, right?
Yep,
Yeah,
still in Frankton. Still there. Still here.
Another branch elsewhere, or you just mainly there?
We
We had 3 sites.
but
Yeah.
we downsized. Become too much headache.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't gone down in numbers, but we decided to do a more strategic move. Instead of having 3 buildings with 3 maintenance and building requirements, we decided to get smarter and more to how we deliver our
Do you
programs.
remember Lloyd Tongia?
Yeah.
Lloyd's with us.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He did his human resource at BYU, so he's an alumni there, but he's coming with some fresh ideas to help us operate in this new day and age. No more cooking pigs out the back.
Okay, good. This is great. This is great that so the kids kind of know where they want to go, and it's good support for them to know that they can go home and get experience in you guys' businesses and things. So thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Mo.
Okay.
Oh, we also wanted to add in, Ken, that
Yes.
we work a lot with the Chiefs. And
Oh yeah,
some
we
of
have
the All Blacks.
so we have a youth.
If you remember me.
Our youth mentor for about 15 years has been Liam Messam.
He's in France at the moment.
But he's still, because of technology, he can still be part of our organisation. So with all the places decked out with smart TVs and tablets, so the students still get to engage with him and talk through technology, and he can still motivate them. He can still sponsor the Pizza Hut days and all those kind of things.
Well, you never know who walks into SPII. We had some of the Tongan Sevens come in the other day, so you just never know. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's been.
I was thinking of all the bosses. You know, like in the US, we say we got lots of chiefs and no.
Oh.
Well, I'm the chief.
Yeah. I see one chief on the screen. Well, okay. We thank you guys for your time. I don't want to keep you all morning, but I think that's a lot of great information. I'm excited to actually get this out on our YouTube channel and share it with the students that weren't able to attend this morning. I know that Elijah was mentioning earlier that we do actually have a lot of students that have social work major and psychology. And then as Chester was mentioning his peace building. So I try to encourage them also when they say peace building to say like it's a conflict resolution, mediation focused major. I think in the business world,
this is a place because I constantly are in mediation with these kids almost 24/7. You know, it's you know, anybody who's in education who wants to get, you know, and that we're open. So we're really excited. So we hope you join SPII. Yes.
Awesome. Cool. Well, thank you both. I appreciate your time. I'll send you a link to this so you can also view it. But thank you very much, and we're excited to see you in March.
Yeah, we're excited because we can't wait. The first stop is going to be tomorrow to get out of poke.
Yeah.
That's on our list.
Good. Second stop can be my house to drop off my peanut slabs. Oh, yeah.
And I got your size too.
Just kidding. Well,
okay,
thank you
guys,
both.
thank you so much. Aloha, everybody.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.